Thank you all for coming. My name's Stuart. I'm here to talk to you about a different way to approach composer packages to deal with one of the common problems people have when they use projects that use a lot of composer packages. That's what I'm here to talk about. A bit about me. I've been in the software industry now for 25 years. This is my 25th year in the industry. Along the way, I've worked in academia, I've worked in startups, I've worked in big enterprise, and I've worked for government as well, and quangos. So I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen everything by any means. And I'm doing these kind of talks. I think this is my 9th one this year. I'm doing these kind of talks because when I started in the industry, I started in the pre-web industry. And there was a lot of people helped me out when I first started out, who taught me the things that they'd learned to make sure the knowledge was passed on. And I do talks like this to try and share these kind of things with the next generation. So we're not all inventing the wheel all the time. I've been talking about PHP a very long time. I am actually a co-author of the official certification study guide for PHP a very long time ago. And I have actually worked on a government project overseeing many PHP people you will have heard of, overseeing their quality on behalf of the government. These days I run my own consulting company called Ganbaro Digital. We're on Twitter. I haven't built the website yet. Sorry, Steve. I will get there. I will get there. Well, we've been in business 3.5 years. I've never needed a website. So that's why. But please do follow us on Twitter. I've given myself the job title of Chief Software Archaeologist. Normally I'd say it's, what's the point of having your own business if you can't have some fun? But it also describes my approach to software engineering. My generation learned by taking things apart. There wasn't formal classes like there are today for us to learn from. We had to learn hands-on. So for me, it's all about being able to take things apart. You can follow me on Twitter as well if you really want to, but those of you who do will know that that's better. Helps if the slide changes. You can follow me on Twitter as well, but how can I describe it? I'm passionate about my causes, I'm passionate about my hobbies, and I tweet a lot about both. And I don't tweet that much about tech at the minute, partly because we live in, how could we say, interesting times. So if you want tech stuff, follow the company instead. Okay, right, so let's get into the talk. How many of you here actually write composer packages? Yes, excellent. If there had been no one, this talk would have died at that point. So you've just rescued my talk. Thank you very much. Right then. So how do you decide what versions to give your packages? What do you do?
What I can be bothered to support usually.
What you can be bothered to support.
Or
okay.
If it's professional, it's Semver.
All right. Okay. And how about the rest of you over here? What do you use?
Semver as well, really.
Semver. Okay.
A version of Semver.
A version of Semver. I'm glad you said that.
A version of.
I'm glad you've said that because we're going to come back to that very topic very shortly. Okay. Right then. I don't know if you publish on Packagist or whether they're just internal packages, but have you ever put out a package that breaks backwards compatibility in a major way? I have, with my packages. You've never had to?
No, I usually put something out and then just provide basic support with no breaking changes without major rewrites.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right.
But I've only ever published pretty standard PHP only packages,
Right.
no framework packages, to be honest.
Okay. And how about yourselves? Have you ever shipped any backwards compatibility breaks? Ever had to change your APIs? No? Okay. Well, I'm here to talk about the consequences of when that does happen. And it sounds like I'm getting in with this topic before you've run into this problem. So hopefully this is actually going to help you out.
We've all used Guzzle though, so...
I have slides on Guzzle. I have slides on Guzzle, specifically Guzzle, later on. But what I'm going to do, I want to show you how I tackle things in my packages. That's what I want to do in this talk. Now, all I'm doing is sharing my experience. I'm not on a soapbox. I'm not here saying you must do it this way. I'm just presenting one idea, one example. There's going to be other ways to do it. Maybe you've seen other ways as well, and I can learn from you tonight. Maybe you'll take this stuff away and you'll come back with a better idea. You'll try this out and you'll go, oh, actually, if we did it this way instead, it'd be even better. And that'd be awesome. If you feed that back as well, that'd be great for everybody. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to cover 5 things. We can't talk about packages without talking about semver to make sure everyone understands what it is and we're all on the same page with that. I then want to talk about why packages are installed the way they are. I want to talk about languages and their support for modularity. And I want to talk about the consequences of that. So we're mapping out the problem we're trying to solve, basically. And then from there, we're going to look at two solutions. One for packages that are shipping libraries, which is the most common type. But some composer packages ship devtools like PHPUnit, for example, or PHP Code Sniffer, and they need a different approach. I want to cover that as well to finish. How does that sound? All right? And Steve's going to hurry me up so I'm done before the pizza arrives.